Y'all all know exactly what this image is if you grew up in a certain time frame. I think some of our young black kids or FBA babies now don't understand the symbolism or the concept of this. But if you lived in the 20th century, you understand, or was a baby in the 20th century, you understood what that street light meant. And this image here, without a doubt, we know what it is. It's the separation of families. It's the pain. It's the degradation of splitting up community. There's a sociological term that I'm sure some of our FBAs still are learning in school as we speak, that a lot of us have lived as a community, and that is called fictive kinship. When you have that one or those few people who are in your community who look out for you, but you are not blood related to them. But they still got your back because of a shared experience of suffering, a shared experience of poverty, and a sense of adults having to protect youth. And there was a time in our community also, I can remember, when your kids get out of line, another adult can spank them, and then your parents would spank your butt again when you got home later. Now, this is more of something that happened in the black community more than anything back then, so don't come at me. And again, the street light reference is a fact that nothing good at night happened for our people. So soon as that light came on, you knew as a black child to get in the house. That was just our signal. We use verbal and physical cues in order to take care of each other, in order to look out for each other. So I'm sure some people watching this will understand what I'm getting at. Then I might be confusing someone of the modern world, this 21st century world. What does any of this have to do with Jam Master Jay? Let's forget about the circumstances that surrounded his murder now that 2 people have been convicted. I want to get into the meat and potatoes of why his murder is sad. Okay? Because one of the accused was said to be a godson. And can you for any insurmountable time imagine watching a child grow, knowing who they are, knowing their family, and to turn around and have that child betray you over something that's trivial? Because if you ask me, the man lost his life for nothing. But you have to be able to juxtapose the modern day falling of his death with the possible loss of fictive kinships? Are we as a people becoming so cynical of each other that even someone that showed us love, or someone who was there for us all our lives, are we easy to just kill them now because we deem them as the old guard that need to get out of our way? Because that symbology is definitely there. This kid was young at the time. And don't get me wrong, Jam Master Jay, I don't even think was 40 years old when he died. I wouldn't be a fly on the wall for this one. I would not have to sit there and likely look into the eye of a person that you had known since they were a baby, with whom had become a godchild, like fictive kin to you, and to love them as your own, and they turned on you like that. I mean, I just can't imagine it. I don't want to imagine it. What, over $200,000, they say? When you look at all of these killings, right, of black people at the hands of so-called people who were not their relatives, and don't get me wrong, your own kinfolks can kill you over things. Not that I'm scared of my dad's side of the family, I just don't choose to deal with them, right? Fictive kinships were something that was meant to protect us as a whole, to give us mentors, to give someone to look after us in the event that blood family wasn't that strong. And there was a time in slavery when you were separated from your parents and you may never have seen them again. So you counted on that fictive kinship to give you the nurturing which brought us all to the point that we are today. So that's the conversation. Who can you trust now? When a person that you had taken in as a child can become an early adult, load a gun and shoot you point blank range in the head over something trivial. There was a time with our fictive kin that we did not have to worry about this. Jam Master Jay, from all accounts, opened that door not realizing that his own godchild would want to kill him. In a time when these fictive kinships, even in the early 2000s, were warranted because stuff was still happening. And stuff is happening now. It's just the cameras have gotten so sophisticated you just can't get by with anything anymore. No one opens the door to a child they've known all their life to know that child is going to betray them like that. And look, this is not a cynical video or any form of cynicism at all saying to scrub fictive kinship. This is not what this video is. What this video is calling into question is, do we need to rebuild our fictive kinships? Is this a way to bring our community together? Because something about that loss, something about those elders dying off with that wisdom and no one replacing them, in my opinion, is one of the things that's hurting our community. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay.